So as NBC gives Ronna McDaniel the boot, it raises the question, where does freedom of speech and democracy stand? Does the left silence those that they disagree with? Let's bring in Fox News contributor Joe Concha. So, I mean, it really goes to the heart of the argument, right? This is not about Ronna. This is about the overall message that is being sent to the viewers.
Lawrence, it's a disturbing trend that we're seeing. We saw what happened across the street at 30 Rock, right? And it shows you who really has the power within these news organizations. All NBC did was hire Ronna to be a contributor, to give a perspective once in a while that may be positive to Donald Trump or conservatives in general. And as you said, she got the boot because on-air talent, if you want to call them that, more activists than anything, bullied management into firing her after 48 hours because they couldn't have another opinion on that network, apparently. Then I looked into it. CNN last year fired their president. Remember, Chris Licht came in with an edict. We want more Republicans, conservatives to watch the network. So what did he do? He put Donald Trump on a town hall in May of 2023. Again, the inmates revolted and Licht was out, right? New York Times, 2020. Here you have Senator Tom Cotton, Republican, former military, says that the National Guard in an op-ed should be called in when riots get out of control, as we saw in the summer of 2020. You covered it over and over again. The newsroom revolts. They say it's a racist piece. What happens? The editor who put that op-ed into publication, a Pulitzer winner, a guy who was there for 20 years, James Bennett, out the door. So this happens again and again, and what it shows us is that management has the spine of a jellyfish, and quite frankly, people on the air who are making more money, they have the power, Lawrence.
So, Joe, they're saying that's not what happened. This is what they said in the statement in part. This is the chairman to the employees. I want to personally apologize to our team members who felt we left them down. Our initial decision was made because of our deep commitment to present our audience with a widely diverse set of viewpoints and experiences. And to that end, we will redouble our efforts to seek voices that represent different parts of the political spectrum. The question is a pro-Trump, half of the country, analyst allowed on NBC? Because there's not one right now.
Not one, right? And what they say, the on-air people and the NBC people, we have Republicans on, like Joe Scarborough. Yeah. Sure, he left the party years ago.
Steele. I mean, all of the ones that are on there are never Trumpers.
The Lincoln Project. Yeah. Oh, they're Republican. No, they're not. As long as you're anti-Trump, then that gets you on the air. The NBC president also said that he wants the newsroom to be cohesive and aligned. In other words, if you have a different opinion than everybody else in this network, you get eliminated.
I guess I'm just curious because we got a big election. I only got 20 seconds.
Sure.
How do you cover the next election if you don't have people that understand those voters?
Lawrence, I'll answer your question with a question. What happens if and when Joe Biden debates Donald Trump and you have to have Donald Trump on your air for 90 minutes? You're going to preempt that and say, no, we're not going to show this. We don't want lies on our network. All while you have Adam Schiff on afterwards to talk about Russia collusion or Hillary Clinton or how this election was stolen. So I don't know how they're going to cover this when you ignore half the country. That means you shrink your audience. That's not good for business. It's not good for journalism.
None of the anchors should get a debate. They don't get they shouldn't be involved in the presidential debate. I just don't think they can be fair.
No Republican should go and meet the president.
That's exactly right. Thanks, Joe.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.